And we are on. Welcome to Anne and Claudine live show, I guess, or just live.
Love.
It's been a while since we've been here. We've taken a break, and so we're back on for tonight. I don't know when we'll return. I guess we'll return in 2 weeks, but what we want to do is we wanted to come live tonight and do a recap and give you guys the information on what we will be doing this coming new year of 2026. Please bear with us tonight. We're both on our phones doing this. I forgot my laptop at home, so hopefully we'll be able to see your guys' comments. All right, so let me get the legalities out of the way. We are here for entertainment purposes only. So what we say and what we talk about on these lives are our anecdotal evidence or our own anecdotal proof of what we've been through and how we've helped people with their spiritual needs and their energy and their health. We're, like I said, we are not doctors, we're not nurses. We really don't know much about the medical field at all. Anne is from Australia, so she doesn't know about Australia medicine. I don't know much about Western medicine myself. I just don't do it. I don't believe in it. Um, but we do bring our bold perspectives and real life wisdom to the table together. We explore spirituality, healing, hidden truths, and the everyday challenges of just being human. So that's our disclosure. And again, if you guys are having medical problems, always go to your medical doctor for that advice. But we do give our own personal advice here. So thank you for showing up and being here with us tonight. And we will get this live going. Um, I'm Claudine, and I am the creator of Elevated by Claudine. I am a alternative medicine practitioner, and I help people transfer off of pharmaceuticals, street drugs, and alcohol onto plant-based medicine. I'm also a dosing specialist, and I own my own healing facility here in Glendale, Arizona. If you're interested and you'd like to know more of what I do, you can always go to elevatedbyclaudine.com. I do have that information here, right here, and I can put that on. There you go. And I'll go ahead and let Anne talk a little bit about who she is and why she is my co-host. Mhm.
I am. I live in Australia. I met Claudine, what, 2020, I think?
2020.
20,
2020. Yeah.
2020. Yeah, and she lives in America, and we just became instant friends. And yes, I do a lot of psychic work. I'm very, very, very sensitive to energy. I kind of like work my consciousness kind of is always working with energy more than it's working with the 3D because I feel it so strongly. So like if someone's speaking to me, I tend to like tune into what energy I'm feeling rather than just what's coming out of their mouth and just stuff like that. But I'm a waitress. I'm a mom. I work at a Thai restaurant. But yeah, so I've been doing psychic work with Claudine. She's helped me a lot on my path of understanding what I'm feeling, understanding what how my intuition works, how my gifts work, and just tuning into them better, cleaning out my body, like making not just my mind clean, but my insides clean. So that's my liver, my kidneys, my spleen. Yes, understanding how they all work inside our body, having a better understanding of that has helped me in my health, but also in my mind health. Because when our organs are all working properly, so is our mind, because the two are connected. And you learn this. I've learned bits of Chinese medicine, which teaches all that kind of stuff. And so yeah, and Claudine has been my guide for the entire thing. She's just very good at this stuff. She's very calm. She's very knowledgeable when it comes to plant medicine, and her medicine just has amazing angelic energy. So it's very
Oh,
safe in
thank
that.
you.
It does. It's so good in
Thank
that
you.
retrospect, because when you take something that's going to change your energy, like even acupuncture. I was talking about this the other day with another woman I work with that does acupuncture, like chooses to do acupuncture at times with her pain. And I was saying to her, I said, the only thing I struggle with acupuncture sometimes, especially when you're going a lot, is it does change your energy, like because they're doing different like meridian points, and you're making your kidneys work harder, or making this blood flow, and it does change your energy. Like I've walked out of, some sessions and just been like, what the hell? Like, so anything that's working with energy, which is pretty much everything, but yeah, it
Mhm.
changes your energy, the acupuncture. So when you're working with plant-based medicine, which is, also working with our energy and can change our energy and shift us. And you want to know that what you're using is coming from a safe place, and the person creating it and making it, has that good energy to them too. So, same as Reiki. If you're going to get Reiki, you want to know the energy that that person is working with, has transferring through their body, because that's going into you. So,
You want to make sure they know how to dispose of energy and
mm-hmm.
transmute it really well. Uh,
Yeah.
and and I feel like you know who these people are. I I guess I know you've learned your lesson as far as just going to any type of healer.
Yes.
Yeah, I remember in the beginning of our relationship, you would tell me all the different stories of all the different types of healers you went to. And even as as our relationship carried on, all these different healers that you went to, and sometimes it wasn't such a good thing for you. And we were, that's
Yep.
when we were both kind of like, whoa, 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 what's going on here? And we realized that, you're fully open, they're fully opening you up. And
Yep.
they know what they're doing, but you don't know what they're doing?
Oh, absolutely. It is
Hmm.
it is just how it is. Like when you're working with energy, sometimes people like how does someone do hypnosis over you? How does someone be able to do that? Because they know how to work with the energy. They have gone and studied and done, multiple books and essays and all kinds of stuff to make their minds become powerful in that way. So they have that power over you. So, and it's the same with energy healers. Like, some of these energy healers, they've been like practicing this stuff for maybe 40, 45 years. They know how the mind works. They know how consciousness works. They can feel your energy. They know where, if you don't have an understanding, and most people don't actually have a true understanding of who they are and their energy and where they're putting it and where their little antennas going. But a person that's like knows what they're doing, they can see that energy and go, whoop, okay, now I got you. And they can like play with you, and they can open
Hmm.
you up and change what you're seeing and what you're percepting of the world. Like, you have to be careful. You have to be, especially if you're in a vulnerable state in your mind. And the thing with spiritual healing, I find, is people seem to go to it when they're super desperate and nothing 3D has worked, and they're just at wit's end. They go, okay, I'm going to go down the spiritual path now, and then they'll start doing all this stuff. It's like, that's when you're vulnerable. That's when your energy's so wide open and it's just spilling out everywhere. And yeah, if someone's not fully a good person. Like, just because someone's spiritual doesn't make them a good person. This is something that I think many people get confused when they go down this path. They say, "Oh, but they're a guru. Oh, but they're not always. If they're not a good person inside themselves, they can abuse this power very much to their advantage, and it's very dangerous. And it happens. It just is what it is. So you have to be careful.
Yes.
Discernment is everything when it comes to the spiritual realm or anything that we cannot see, you have to have discernment in what you're taking in and approaching, and having their hands on you, and healing or anything. Healing is not just you're not just going to go to see a healer and then you put their hands on you and you're all better. No, it's not how it works. There's no quick fix in that
Well,
sense.
I want to say hello to Victor and Victor. They're both putting comments on us, so I'm so glad you guys are joining us. We did kind of go into hiding here for a minute, for a few weeks, or almost like 6 weeks. I think we took about a month and a half off. I'm glad to see you guys. I know I missed you guys too. It's been a long 6 weeks for me. A lot has happened in my life, and I'm glad to be back on. We will be making some changes coming this new year on our lives because it's just becoming a lot for me as far as a practitioner. I'm getting very busy, you guys. Very, very busy. The world is needing a lot of help. Is what I.
You're a
Is
good
what I'm.
person, Claudine. You're a good person. I couldn't
Thank
do
you. It's I am boots on ground.
I'm like, I gotta save myself, everyone. I'm over there saving myself.
Yeah, I am boots on. I like when Nova says that. She's like, you're just in the middle of all this storm, your boots on ground, and she goes, you help me so much on because she's in the mix too. She's here in the middle of, she's in Babylon with me. So, and she's in New York, so she's even in a bigger city. Yeah.
Yeah.
But lots of
Terrible.
support. I have a.
I don't know how anyone. I don't know how anybody can do New York. I just don't know how they do it. That's something else.
I know. She's in the thick of it, just like I am. So, we're a really good support team with each other on that, which I'm really glad. All of you guys are a support team, though. I've got Victor in Louisiana. He's in the thick of it too over here in Babylon. So, okay, I'm sorry, you guys. Like I said, I don't have my laptop, but I'm super happy I can see all your guys' comments. I was kind of worried about that, but I can see your guys' comments, so that is good. And I think I was supposed to share. Yeah, everyone should be able to see us fine, right? You guys can hear us and see us because I don't think I have to reshare this again. But anyways, yeah, today we just kind of wanted to do a recap of the stuff that we've gone through in the past year that we've been doing our lives. What was your favorite live, Anne?
I think it was about two or three of them ago. We were talking about, it was right after Andrew Kirk died. Or what's his name? Oh, that's his name. Oh my God. What if I said the wrong name? Whatever his name is, Kirk. I know the wife's name, Erica Kirk. What's the husband's name? I hope.
Oh, Charles Kirk?
Charles Kirk. Andrew Kirk. Charlie Kirk. I told you I didn't know him. I'm very sorry to anyone I may have offended by getting his name incorrect. But it was the live that we did right after that happened, and I just had a dream, and like we talked about different psyops that was going on. Trump. It was just like it was a very like about what's happening in America type of podcasts. But I can't remember. I just remember that. I remember it was right after he died, and it was the podcast right after that. That was my favorite. What's that?
The PSYOP one?
Yeah, it was right before the PSYOP one. That's why I wanted to do about PSYOPs, because we started talking about Charlie Kirk and all that kind of crap and what was happening, like his memorial funeral, and they did that during a solar eclipse, and yeah, and then so the next one we talked about was the PSYOPs, which there's a lot of PSYOPs going on right now, like a lot. I'm in Australia. I'm going to talk about this. We just had a shooting. So I came home Tuesday night from work, and my newsfeed is just bombarded with a shooting that's happened in Sydney in a place called Bondi Beach, which is a very popular tourist place. Like Oprah Winfrey just came to Australia and she went to Bondi Beach. Like that's the kind of place it is, Bondi Beach. Everybody goes there, the celebs. It's very rich area. And apparently there was a Jewish celebration, Hanukkah or something like that, some big Jewish celebration, and what they're saying, a father and a son team went to it and started shooting people, and apparently 16 people have died.
Oh
Now,
my goodness. I got
yeah,
chills. I got my hair is standing on end right now.
yes, it is very. I don't think Australia, once this all settles, I don't think Australia will ever be the same because we had a very big shooting years and years and years ago at a place called Port Arthur. And after that, John Howard, who was our prime minister at the time, he took away everyone's guns. Like he had a whole thing where everyone had to go turn in there, and we became we can't have guns. We have to have a license to have guns. Like it's not like
You guys
America
have
where we
no
have
gun
to buy them.
rights. Yeah, you guys have no gun.
Yeah,
Like the whole world, everyone says, "Oh my gosh, don't be like Australia."
yeah,
Because America will never be like that. We will never give up
no,
our guns, especially us. I live in Phoenix, Arizona, and I am the wild, wild west. I live in the wild, wild west. These rednecks are not going to give up their guns, or neither are the gangsters. We're not. I'm not giving up my guns. I'm hell
that,
no. And I'll tell
that's
you
why.
what, that's why
Go,
America's never been invaded. That's why China's
yeah,
never invaded us. That's why no one's never invaded us because most Americans, every American owns not just one gun, not just one.
yeah, yeah,
I don't. And I know a lot of the people that I flow with and that I talk with, they don't own just one. Even my little old ladies in Sun City own guns and rifles.
yeah. I can imagine. That's pretty crazy. That's why, like, the only way to do anything is like for Americans to have civil war. Then they can just turn their guns on each other. But I say, you guys will never give up your
That'll
gun.
never happen. That will never happen. That will never
Mm,
happen on this planet, Anne. Never,
or to
never.
protect yourself.
We're gonna watch the cabal turn on each other. They're the ones who are the dysfunctional parents, not us. We're the light, we're the I don't no, people aren't perfect. Americans
Mm-hmm,
aren't perfect.
mm-hmm,
They've got a lot of trauma. They've got a lot of problems. They've got, they're being poisoned every day and
mm-hmm.
they're sick. They're very sick. But you know what? At the end of the day, we love each other and we will help each other, especially when we're in need. So,
Well, that's a good thing because, yeah, you all have guns. You can do civil war, but we don't have guns. And somehow these two individuals came up with guns and started shooting people, and people have died. And it makes me upset that this thing could happen. The thing that makes me most upset, but is the whole Jewish part of it. I'm not going to lie. It's just, I don't understand why it's being brought to this country. I don't get it. The Palestine.
yeah.
So, what happened is our prime minister went and declared Palestine a state. So, you know how we've got all these protests going on about the Palestinians and all that kind of stuff, and they want to be declared a state and all that kind of, and countries have to go back, say who they back and who they don't back. And our prime minister, we already have a very big immigration issue. So people, they're rioting about this kind of stuff and bringing all of it over here. And then he went and said that we support the Palestine being a state. And when he said this, the Israeli prime minister said there will be retribution because of this. Like you are going, and now it's happening. And I'm quite shocked that it's happening here. Like, why does it have to be Australia? We're so far away from everything. Nobody cares. Like, we don't, this isn't, I'm sorry, but it's not our war. It just isn't. And to bring it all the way over here, it's it just makes me sad because it's like, what, now people have to die over in this country? Like, we have Aboriginal people who are from this country who don't get much recognition for being the first people in this country. Like, and now we've got a country that has nothing to do with over here. Like, I'm probably going to get a lot of, if people watch this, probably going to get a lot of hate for saying this, but it's just how I feel personally. It's like, we have so many issues in our own country that we can't figure out. How are we going to figure this out? And now we've got this whole like, I'm probably going to be called an what is it, anti,
Semitism.
yes, anti-Semitism. I'm not.
Mhm.
I have a very Jewish name. My last name is very Jewish. My grandfather fought like in that whole war in Hungary, so against Hitler. So there's no part of me that is remotely like that. I just don't, to me, the whole issue, it's like, what can we do? But to bring it over to this country right before Christmas, but then they also say this is an immigration issue because we bring so many immigrants into this country from these kinds of places. Now we're bringing terrorism into our country. And oh, and then there's a lot of people on the internet saying this is another psyop. So a lot of Americans are saying this is a big psyop. So, Candace Owens said about just before December, she said there was going to be because she is very outspoken about Israel and this whole Israel issue. I'm nothing like that. But she said that there, in the second week of December, there was going to be an attack from, like, some kind of thing from Israel. And lo and behold, here we got it. I thought it was going to be in America because Candace Owens said it. So I thought, well, it's all going to happen in America because America is the whole Israel thing. Like, the Americans and the Israelis like, they're all in bed together. Trump and the Israeli prime, whatever, like, happen in America. But so I thought when Candace Owens said that, I'm like, okay, America's going to have some kind of, that's right. She said some kind of terrorist act from Israel. When she said that, I thought, I've been watching to see what happens in America, but I did not expect it to be on my own land. Like, I'm just like, what? Why? Why
At
must
your
we?
front door. Yeah.
Yes, right at the front door, and like 16 people dead in a country where we are not even supposed to have guns. Like, come on. But here we go. Here we go. And we've got anti Semitism. The Israel prime minister has come out very quickly saying, this is what happens because you supported the Palestinian state, thing, and this is what you get for it. So, what is that, a threat? Like, what is it? What's that? But he's come out saying that very quickly. And yeah, so now this is going to be an issue in this country. And I'm not too
Well,
happy.
yeah, you're in the thick of it right there. You're not used to getting hit
Yeah.
hard like this, and 16 innocent people died, of course, and that's the sad part. And blessings and hugs and kisses to them and to their family who are hurting, hurting, and that's who it hurts the most. And they do this on purpose. This is the dark forces. They want us to cave. They're going to cause so much trouble right now because the light is winning. Hold on a minute. I just want to stop this really quick. What we're talking about, we'll jump right back into it. Victor wants to do a live with us from Sweden. And so I just want to get this, let's just get this out of the way really quick, okay? Would you be available to do a live and on, he says if Friday works for him, so that would be your Saturday. Would you be available to do a live on Saturday?
What time?
Your morning, that's the problem. We've got to figure this out because Anne is 21 hours ahead of me even. So I really don't know. All I know is that all of us are going to have to sacrifice something to get all of us on the live together because we've got you in Australia, we got him in Where are you at
Sweet.
again? Sweden. Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, my brain just went it. Uh, we got me here in Phoenix, and then we've got the other Victor in Louisiana. So, um, I'm just letting you know. We're just going to have to figure this out. So,
I
yeah.
just have to have the exact time and so I can lot it in and be ready, be prepared.
Okay, we'll figure out a time that I think we're all going to have to do some kind of a sacrifice to do that live. I mean, even if I got to get up at 4 in the morning, it's fine, or 3 or whatever it is. We'll get it done. I just won't be able to just work the next day.
Mhm.
So anyways, okay, yeah, so I just wanted to put that out there, but back to what we were talking about. You know, this is all the way that it's supposed to go down. The darkness, they can't feed off of our breath and our light like they used to. Like I've said over and over, it is the AIs. The AIs control us. They're the ones who control through the parasites, through the archons that we carry in our body. It's Then this is all done by the chemtrails, the food, the water, everything. Our chemtrails are nanobots from China, same as you. Your chemtrails that you have over there in Australia is chemicals from China, and they are nanobots. I mean, I've talked about this before. And when they're coming from the sky, they're on everything.
Mhm. They
And they're
are.
controlling us. Yeah, but these AIs are the matrix is shutting down. The matrix is ran by AIs. That's what it is.
Mhm. It
And
is.
and as the matrix is coming down, and they know that so many people, so many humans, especially I'm speaking on America because I can say it because I'm seeing it from the type of work that I do, that they are realizing that none of this is real, that nothing is real,
Mhm.
that and there's something much bigger about themselves with their consciousness. They're realizing that there is something bigger about them that they've never been told about, which is consciousness. Because we've been driven to just be driven through our ego. It's
Yeah.
always ego, and they've
Oh.
always got us going, 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 going. We got to do this, we got to do that, we got to drive this, we got to work there, we've got to buy this, we got to finance this, we've got this, and we're on attack every day, all day long, so that we don't know who we are. They don't want us to remember who we are, because you know what? When that day comes, and our brothers and our sisters out there realize who they are and where they come from truly, the matrix falls. It's
Mhm.
done. I always say the best way to play this game, the best way to win this game, stop playing it. Just stop.
Mhm. Go on your
Right.
own. Start living your own matrix. Like create your own hologram. You don't need to go into the hologram, like into the matrix that they tell you to. Like learn how
Wait,
to, yeah, learn how
hold up.
to follow your own path. Like stop
Here we
doing just what you've been conditioned and told to, and told like, well, this is what you have to own. This is what you, if your heart doesn't feel it and your body doesn't feel it, do what's good for you, not what the matrix is telling you to do. Like
what the
that's
matrix, yeah, what they've done is they've taken everything natural away from us.
Mhm.
Everything. From
Mhm.
our plants to our water to our land to our sky to our weather, everything has been taken. They control it all of
Mhm.
it.
Mhm. Yeah,
And right, they do. I know this. I know this for a fact.
they do. They control all of it. We have to buy
Everything.
the food that is put on our own planet for us to eat freely
They
because that's
poisoned it,
food.
but they poisoned it, but they
And then
poisoned
we
it.
have to buy it. We have to buy
Yeah.
it from them
We have to
because
buy
they
it.
took control of it. They took control
Yeah.
of it, and we have to buy our food from our own
And they've
planet.
taken everything natural away from us, made it unnatural. Okay, this is what they've done. They've, and they've made us sick, and they've
Yeah.
brainwashed us. And
Yeah.
that's why I say, I understand that my American brothers and sisters, how badly they are being tormented every day. Every day they're being tormented by this matrix.
Yes.
And just wait until everyone realizes and finds out that, you know what? They own the waters, they own the oceans, they own the rain, because they're buying everything up. Bill Gates and Dr. Fauci, they're buying all the lands that the water reservoirs run through.
That's crazy. This is a fallen angel agenda. I'm now
Oh,
just going
most
to call this
definitely. Yes, it
the
is.
fallen
Yes,
angel.
yes.
These are all these people are just all fallen angels in human suits, and
The
they have fallen.
dominions.
Yeah,
They're the
that's they.
dominions of Lucerne. They are the dominions of Lucerne. Not even
I'm
Lucifer.
just. I don't
Lucerne.
even care. I'm gonna say that's who they are. They're a bunch of fallen angels. All I see in those human suits is a fallen angel. Like
Yep.
they all have a particular energy, and it's the president of Israel is that's fallen angel agenda. It's all fallen angel agenda.
It is. It's the
Revelation.
dominion. Yes, it's a script. They are, you've
Yeah,
said this before, and many times they are
yeah,
handed a script.
yeah,
Okay. And the script is for them to keep everything natural, for us to not do anything natural, because they do not want us in the rhythm and harmony of nature.
yeah, of Mother
And that
Nature.
is
Yeah,
our natural innateness. That is our natural innateness, wanting to be with nature, wanting to be in rhythm with nature. And
yeah.
they've disconnected us from that.
That's where a human finds peace. When a human is very, very upset, and you take them out and you put them on some land barefoot, you're gonna watch. They're going to calm down, and that's because there's the life source. There's the battery for the human body, and that's what makes a human body settled, grounded, calm down, like nature. Why do you think they use animals for therapy? Because animals are mother nature, and animals will calm us because their heartbeat is the heartbeat of mother. Our
Yes.
heartbeat has been taken and has been played with and has been messed around with, and it a lot of us don't coincide with mother nature. And when we go around an animal or we go around mother nature, anything, it brings our heartbeat, everything back to that level where we're supposed to be. So
Yes.
that's the connection, and that's where a human is at their best, is in mother nature, with
Yep.
mother nature, because
When you're
that's what
grounding, there's no disconnect. And that's why
no.
you feel good, and you start to, and you know what? If you ground it enough, you start getting your memory back of who you are, where you've been.
Mm-hmm.
And that is how they work on us, by stealing our memory. They had to steal our memory. Like I've said before, the reincarnation program is the memory wiping program.
For sure.
They had to use our memory because the dark forces, Lucerne, Lucifer, whoever you want to call, these falling angels, okay, God's sons, first sons, what, they've got so many titles. They could never mimic breath. They still can't. They can never mimic breath, because breath is source, God,
Mm-hmm.
just like water. And we're the breath. We have the breath of source. Breath
Mm-hmm.
is consciousness.
Mm-hmm.
And without it, they can't truly create this. Oh, yeah, they've got the sun to create and mimic creation, false creation, but the sun cannot make breath, the spark of life, the fire of life. They just can't. It's all fake. It's all synthetic.
Mm-hmm. I think
So
that's going to go over a lot of people's heads.
did I go over? I'm sorry, you
They're going to be
guys.
like, what? The sun's fake? What? The
It's an
sun
overlay. Yes, the sun and the
that's a
moon are,
reflection.
yes, they are not, they were taken and they were hijacked and they're used for the dark forces, most definitely.
Mm.
I don't
Yeah.
know where our real moon is, or where our real sun is, or whatever. But like I said, they say sun gives you life. This is a very known spiritual thing. People worship the sun because it gives life. But no, it doesn't. It makes life.
It makes
It,
life. It doesn't give
yeah,
life. Like you can't go under the
no,
sun and bring a body back to life. The breath has to be what brings the body back to life. The sun doesn't have breath to blow into that human body. It can,
no. Only the creator can give you breath. Only
yeah.
consciousness can give you, if you're an organic, real Homo sapien. Now, the sun, what they've used the sun for is to make synthetic things. They've used it to destroy, they cut everything natural from us. They've taken everything natural from us. They took our plants from us, took our mushrooms from us,
Hmm.
and then poisoned everything.
Hmm. Yeah,
So,
most of our fruit and veg, like in all the big department stores, we're not getting the organic natural seed. We're getting GMO seeds. Like this happened in Australia years ago. And I remember my ex-husband at the time being like, "And everything's going GMO. Like this is so bad for us." And I'm like, "Oh, calm down. I'm sure it's going to be fine." Like I had no idea about any of this kind of stuff. But now, all these years later, I'm noticing, especially our fruit, is like so plasticky. It's so bad. The bananas are just like rubber. Our watermelon, like I will not ever buy from a supermarket and eat their watermelon because it's just like it's horrible. It's just disgusting. Sometimes it's like you can't even like crack it, like, split it up. It's just you bend it and it just bends. Like it looks like fake fruit and it tastes like fake fruit. And that's all the GMO seeds that they are now using in the big department stores. And that's the fruit that they sell. And the veggies are the same. So, you think that you're eating carrot and broccoli from the local supermarket and it's healthy for you, but it's not because it's GMO. The nutrition is very like minimal. So yeah, it's a bit of it's bad. It's not very good that like we can't even buy good fruit because
well,
that's been hard.
what we're gonna do on one of our lives next year
Mm-hmm.
is I'm gonna do uh one of my clients did this experiment and she brought it in today to me, and she's getting a microscope, so I think it's really cool. Her and I are going to get all nerdy on this. And she took some apple cider vinegar and she poured it on some blueberry or raspberries. Oh my gosh, Anne, holy moly, disgusting. All the parasites came rushing out of it.
Yeah. Oh, out of what? A raspberry.
Raspberries, yeah, she
Yeah.
she doused about 4 or 5 of them in apple cider vinegar with mother. And, yeah, she
I
videotaped it. I saw
heard
the whole thing. Yeah, she's sending it to me. Yeah, I asked her to send it to me, but I think I'm gonna do that experiment, on one of our lives, next year. So just to show
interesting.
people, this is
Yeah,
real.
I heard about that because I have eaten raspberries before and like an hour later have to go and like do full diarrhea. And I thought, oh, maybe that's the raspberries, high vitamin C, whatever. But then I read an article about the parasites that sit. And the thing is, because it's the skin, like they were saying, eat fruit that you can peel the skin because what is being given to you with the berries and stuff, you have to eat the skin and the amount of parasites, and that's why you poop so bad afterwards. It's that parasite. It's not the raspberries. It's all the parasites in it. Your body's like trying to extract. I was like, oh, that makes a lot of sense. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, it's
it's
scary. It's so scary.
it is. It's such a shame because it's so like it's so good for you. It's such a great fruit, berries, raspberries, like and we can't even eat it because it's just full of parasites. Like it's such a shame that that's what's become of our fruits and vegetables. Oh,
Yeah,
it
they
makes me
did. Yeah.
sad. It makes me
Yeah,
sad.
it's really sad. And strawberries and
Mhm.
all the berries. I do have some blueberries, organic blueberries that I got at the farmer's market last week. So I'm gonna put some vinegar on them tomorrow and see what happens. And if the parasites come out, I mean, you can see this with a naked eye. You don't even
Yeah,
need yeah, you don't even need a scope to even look at it. But it's uh, it's real. It is
yeah.
real, and
bet. Oh my God.
Yeah.
That's a
And
that
nobody can tell me that they don't have parasites because I'll be like, yes, you do.
no, for sure. For sure. Like just your average person, like, you eat raspberries and there's parasites on them. You eat farmed salmon and you eat salmon that's from the deli and you definitely have parasites. 100%.
Mhm.
Because that meat is just sitting there and it's farmed, so it's already got tons of parasites in it, but then it just sits there and festers. Like, yeah, don't eat fish from the deli ever. That's a bad idea. The parasites on that. Like any meat that's been sitting out for a long time, it's just no good. Even if
I
you
don't,
cook,
yeah.
yeah, like even if you cook your meat, fish, whatever, don't let it just sit out there on the counter for an hour or so and then think that you're going to go and eat it and it's so good. You shouldn't eat meat like that. Like I learned that. Now if I get meat, I like put it in the fridge, and if it's been sitting out, I just don't touch it if it's been
Right.
sitting out.
Oh, I
Because
don't, yeah,
parasites,
I don't even eat meat. I won't
you know,
even, I can't, no. But I've been a vegetarian now for like going on, yeah, 7 years, and I really love it. Okay, Victor, we'll see you, I'll probably see you tomorrow morning. I'll be doing the spiritual show that flows with Julie in the morning. We'll be back at it. And then we'll schedule this live get bringing you guys on now that we got all four of us together at the same time. Right now we're all on the same page. We'll all get this together, we'll get it together, and we'll figure out when we're going to do our live. For sure it's going to be sometime after the first of the year. Ann and I are making changes to our live. We will only be going live every other week for 1 hour. So
yeah,
doing 4 hours of live every week for me has just been too much. I'm just getting too busy, and that's just too much to commit. And I kind of feel like um, there's a lot of noise out there right now. There's a lot of noise and a lot of chatter. And I really don't know if people are even hearing Ann and I, to be honest. And I don't want to waste my breath. So,
same,
or my time. Yeah. So
same.
we figured we'll just go every other week and do a 1 hour live, and we'll just take it from there and we'll see how it goes. And, if we can get at least 100 views, then you know what? We'll keep moving with this. But if not, there's no need for us to keep wasting our time and our energy, because this takes a lot to come on here and do it live. So
It sure does. It
it
sure
does. And I
does.
get it. And there is a lot of noise and there is a lot of chatter out there. And they do that on purpose to keep everyone distracted.
Yeah.
And yeah, because they want to keep you out of, your natural rhythm with Mother Gaia. So God forbid if you have any of that.
Absolutely. They want to keep the noise really loud in your head and they won't
Hmm.
stop. And
No,
it's just next year is going to get like so crazy.
it's
This
going to be
side,
better. I think it's going to get better.
I think it's going to get crazier. I think it's going to make a lot of people very confused next year. And and hopefully they see the light through it. But I do think it's going to get pretty crazy.
I do.
They'll probably
I do. Yeah. I think there's going to be a lot of confusion out there next year. But I know it's also going to be the beginning of something new, as far as people are going, the AIs are going to be shutting down even more. So yeah, they're going to really start fighting for us, because they don't exist without us. We're the farm. Isn't that what they call us?
yeah,
We're the farm.
we are. We
We're the
are.
farm. So they don't exist without us. But guess what? We can exist without them because we have the breath of life. They don't. They lose it from us.
Mm-hmm.
So the one thing they can mimic a lot, they sure in the hell can mimic a lot and do a lot of false um uh what's the word I'm looking for? They could do a lot, they can mimic a lot of stuff on this planet, but they
They can mimic
cannot mimic source light or our breath. The
AI.
soul.
AI is here to mimic the divine.
Yeah. Yeah. It can create and it can copy. There's the word I'm looking for. It could copy a lot of stuff. But
Yeah.
the two things it could not copy, and that it could not, and the sun cannot either, cannot make a soul or breath. You have to have a soul for breath and a breath for soul. and they could not do that. They could not get that regimen together. And because of it, we are where we are today. You know, we're waking up to all of this. So um, I do think next year, I do agree with you. I think it will get a little crazy, but at the same time, it's going to wake up a lot of people. You know what I mean? To start seeing things for what they really are. That none of this is real. That all of this is just an illusion.
Yeah, it is. It's a real illusion. It's a matrix. It's a simulation. A lot of these things have to happen. Like like you say, it's a prophecy planet. Like these things have been prophesized about. There's a script. They have a script to follow. The script must be played out. It's like watching a movie. When you watch a movie, you
Exactly.
can't control the movie and how the movie's going to go. You have to watch the movie and see how the movie's
Yeah.
going to pan out. Kind of the same
And
thing. There's a script.
exactly. They're the ones, they're like when you watch a movie and behind scenes, you've got everyone controlling the weather, controlling the outfits, controlling the scenery. And
Control
that's
it.
exactly what it is, for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, it is. It's the same. It's the same. That's why I'm saying like this whole shooting that happened. Like I know it's like kind of part of the script. I get it. I get there is this propaganda and this agenda that they want to push. And it's, Candace Owens speaks like as much as Candace Owens is I'm not a fan of hers. I don't think everything she says is right. One thing I think she's right about is like, yeah, it's just all of this stuff. Like it's going to be pushed. There's an agenda to it. It's going to be pushed into, it's been in America for a very long time and kind of no one's been allowed to talk about it. And now it's being pushed into the whole world. And I think that agenda is only going to snowball. You know, they want a World War III. So it's kind of pushing to that
They're not going to
whole
get it.
yeah, but it's kind of pushing to that whole agenda and it's come all the way over into this country. Like we are very far away from you guys and from the rest of the world. Like I kind of like that Australia's like that because I feel like we can kind of control like what's coming in and not get too like, crazy about it because it's like, well, where's it going to go? It's just this kind little country. There's just this big country like over here by ourselves and that's it. So we kind of like are shielded from a lot of that, from other stuff. Whereas now it's come all the way over here. So once it's over here, now it's just going to spread back that way. And 2026, we're going to watch all of this unfold. I guess to a degree, I know that it's meant to happen, but I've been like, I don't want it to happen. No, but I guess it has to happen. So here we are. Here's the start of it. And we just have to pray and trust in a higher will for us. Like this is out of our control. This whole script is out
Thank
of our
you.
control. So
It's
we
out
have
of
to
our control. Yep. It's out of our control. And everything they are doing right now is so that we will be in fear.
Mhm.
When we're in fear, they can control us better.
Yeah, fear and confusion.
Yes. And because of we don't understand really what death is, that's why it's so hard for us. Death puts us in fear. We were taught from the minute we were born that we were born to die.
Hmm.
That's the game here. That's the
It
game
is.
here on this
We live
prison
to
planet.
die.
This is a prison planet. And we're kind
Yeah,
of like prisoners of war, honestly.
we
Kind of
are.
sort of.
We are. We are in a loop. We are. We're I when I went through my full on like like I wouldn't say awakening, just yeah, when I just kind of saw everything for what it was. I felt like this planet was purgatory. Like first I was like it's hell, then I'm like no, it's not hell because hell is burning like a fire. Like that's hell. This is like some kind of purgatory. We're kind of like stuck and we just keep recycling and recycling and as humans we keep looping and looping and
Mhm.
looping and then we
Mhm.
get depressed,
Mhm.
get
Mhm.
anxiety. We're just stuck in this loop. So and then then we
Mhm.
die and then we reincarnate and then we're back having to learn the whole thing but with our memory not there, like in the days of Noah, Abraham. They all had their memory. They all got to go through their human existence and human experience, but with their memory coming back to them. And that's why spirituality was so important, and talking to God, because that helped your spirit understand through the human body. And then you understood what your path was, and you understood what you were meant to do and what God wanted you to do. And that was the whole point of it. But we don't have our memory. Our memory's cut. We just keep getting spat out. So the only thing that we do is try and like understand what it is to be alive until we die. And that's why we just loop. And that's why I say it's like some kind of purgatory we're stuck in, because the whole point of humanity being in a human experience is for the spirit to experience this human experience, but be connected to their spirit so they can actually like experience it how it's meant to be experienced. But we don't have that. We're just being spat out into human bodies, and then the matrix tells us who we are, what we do. This is go to school and fear, and go buy a car and stress and fear, and then eventually kill yourself or die an old person. Like, we just,
They
it's
want us to give up. Yeah, they want us to give up by submission. That is the game. That's part of the game. We are born to die. Then
yes,
they terrorize us every day of our life that we're here.
yes. They legit, they
They
terrorize you.
literally
But
terrorize us.
the second you come out of the mom's belly, like they just take you out and they cut your cord and they
No,
put
even
you on the
before
cold
then.
table.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's not how
They
it was
slap gook on your
intended.
eyes.
Yeah.
They start
It's,
injecting you, with heavy
yeah,
metals.
yeah, exactly. Look at it. It's
Mm-hmm.
insane.
But
This
hold
is
on a
not
minute. Let me say something here. We're saying all this horrible stuff about, what happens to us because we're like, I'm gonna repeat myself. We're under attack and being terrorized every day. But look at us. Look at what keeps us here, what keeps us sane when we're with our family, when we're
mhm,
doing something that we love, when we're
love.
with our animals,
Yes.
when we are enjoying ourselves and we have that love that comes from source.
Yes.
We are in all our glory. We're in all of our bliss.
Yes.
And it makes everything else seem okay. Now, why is that, Anne? How do come on? That's very strong, very
Your
powerful
heart,
energy that we can
keep your
create.
heart chakra. You got to keep your heart chakra alive. You got to remember what it is to be a human, and that is to have empathy and to have love. And love is what keeps someone young. Love is what keeps us healthy. Love is what keeps our parts ticking away. Like, think about it. When you're in love, like, you glow and you just radiate because you have love like pumping through your body. Like, your body, the human body just responds very, very well to love. And when people get cut from that love and their heart chakra gets switched off, like, you watch, they shrivel up, they become angry people, they're horrible people to be around. Like, a human needs to have their heart chakra opened and working. And that is through love, that is through, family, through pets, through,
Happiness. Yeah, we all find love differently.
yeah,
Music. Music's another one. Um,
yeah,
but love is our natural innateness. That is what we naturally produce naturally. All day
mhm,
long, we can do it. We could be in that state all day and be perfectly fine. But see, they had to dummy us down. That's why that they make us suffer so much because they
yeah,
don't want us in that state. But yet we still get in that state. I'm in that state 10 times a day. I'm in that state more than I'm in fear. I can tell you that.
same.
Yeah.
Yes,
But then at the same time, I created a life that gives me that. And I have an understanding of why I'm here on this planet, what I am doing, what I'm supposed to be doing. And that all comes because of our connection that we have with Mother Gaia and with the creator, with source, with God, whatever you want to call it, you know. Um, I like to say the word God, I do. Um, because the reason why I like to say the word God is because God is dog backwards.
I love the word God.
I do
God.
too. And I like how backwards it's dog. You know what I mean? Because
But
dogs
they
are
say,
amazing.
but they say you should specify what God you are speaking of. But they say, also say there's only one God, but society makes a lot of gods. There's a lot of gods out there. There's a lot of people worshiping with lots of different gods. Like when a Hollywood
Indeed.
actor gets up on stage and says, I want to thank first and foremost God for giving me this. And when they say that, that doesn't necessarily mean that they're talking about the God that you might be thinking they're talking about. They could be talking about Baphomet or Baal or Moloch,
Lucifer, yeah,
Lucifer. They're
or
all gods. Don't forget. Shiva is a god.
Lucerne,
Like, there's
Shiva,
lots of gods. Shiva, like, that's not, Shiva's not considered demonic, but he's a god. Like, he's
Lilith, Lilith, Lilith.
yeah, just
All
a
yeah,
lot of
they
gods.
all their God. Now, their God is different than from our God because
Yes.
their God asks of them to do things that our God would never ask us to do. Okay?
No,
I don't believe that any ritual that contains blood is of
no,
my of the master creator. No, my master creator does not ask me to go kill an animal to sacrifice
yeah,
anything.
no, no. My master
Doesn't
creator is Mother Nature, so she never
Yes,
asks us to each other. She wants us all to love each other. She doesn't even want us
yes.
to eat each other. Like, that's not what she
No.
is.
She
She
she don't
gave
want
us
us eating.
berries. So,
No, not at all. She don't we're not, she don't want us eating our friends.
no, she didn't, but like we do. But that's my master creator. So like I definitely don't want to be killing, like have that wanting to do any of that stuff. But yeah,
Hmm.
you don't be sacrificing and all that stuff. Those are not good gods. That's why I wonder about the God of Abraham, because he did tell Abraham to sacrifice his son. Like I don't understand why that was why that's there. Like why did God ask?
I don't think that's true. Come on now, this book was written by man.
True. Oh, true. That could have been true. They could have rewrote that and trim.
The
Yeah.
dark
True.
forces put that in
No,
there. The dark forces put that in there,
yeah.
just,
God should ask you to kill your son. Like that just doesn't seem right to me. Like he asked him to build an altar and sacrifice his son. And then like at the last minute he like said, "Oh, you don't have to do it because you showed me how but like a god just shouldn't ask you to do that in the first place. Mother Nature would never say, "Go and get your brother and pretend like you're going to kill him." Like she just doesn't play those games. She's about just
no.
love. She is
Yeah,
the vibration of love and only love and creation. That is
yeah.
mother is. She creates, she doesn't kill.
No, she's exactly. She's a creator of everything that we need on this planet. And she knows in creation and in nature knows exactly what it needs. It knows that it needs, I'm hypothetically speaking here, that we need 10 trillion trees of this kind. We need 10 trillion trees of this kind. We need these kind of bushes. We need these kind of berry plants. We need, she knows exactly what we need so we can flow in rhythm.
Mm-hmm.
She knows exactly how to help heal and give the human what it needs so it can live in a symbiotic rhythm and
Mm-hmm.
harmony.
Mm-hmm.
She knows exactly how much water we need. She
Mm-hmm.
knows
Yeah.
naturally. And you know, and there's rules. There's always rules no matter where you go. You know what I mean? It doesn't rules are rules. And I know there's rules in nature. I know there is.
Yes,
But
there's
when you
rules, universal rules and laws.
Mhm.
Like the whole dimensional thing is universal law. Like we've been divided dimensionally and we're not supposed to cross into other dimensions. Like those are all universal laws. So we all need them. Otherwise it'd be a
Yeah.
mess.
Well, we need rules just so that we're in rhythm because we don't always so much, I mean, because like we can't have like zillions of elephants. We have to make sure we have the resources for all these elephants. You know what I mean? Like
Exactly.
yeah, to live in the rhythm. So she knows though that, Mother Gaia knows and God knows. And exactly what we need. And I do believe we do too. Once we're able to get back
Well,
to
it's
our
inside
full.
us. It's
Hmm.
been put, the knowledge has been put inside us. It's for us to find it, but it's inside us.
Yes.
Like our bodies know how to heal itself. The
Yes.
problem is us
Hmm.
as a human ego that we don't understand that. But if we learned how to heal our body and understand how to feed it and how to take care of it and how to nourish it so that it can work to the way it's meant to be working, you would see like, oh yeah, like God is inside you. God, it can, it's your human body is God. Like it can heal itself. It has these powers. It has the ability. The machine was created to do that deep inside you, but it's for the human to find it.
And like,
You know what
yeah,
I
like I just say, yeah, no, I know what you're saying. Exactly what you're saying. How I like to explain it is that we have attributes of God and
mean?
Mother
Hmm.
Gaia, right? And we have
Yep.
aspects of them.
Yep.
So, yeah. And so we know how to heal ourselves. We most definitely do. And I think once we get that gift, because I do believe after 2027, we will start to be able to tap into these and we're going to start to learn more about them. And I do believe it's going to be a generational thing for us to be able to bring this planet into a planet of unity. You know, it's going to take generations, I'm sure, um,
Hmm.
for that to
Hopefully we
happen.
get a bit of help. Hopefully there's a bit of help along the way. I will
Oh,
always say that in case they're
God
listening.
will. As these AIs are being torn down, as the matrix is coming down, God is going to have a lot more, is going to be able to create a lot more for us.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Make things easier. Just make things easier for
Yes.
the
Yes. Yes.
ones of us.
That's all I ask when I'm sitting with God. I'm like, it's so hard on that planet. It's so,
Yeah.
it's got to get easier. It's hard for
Yeah.
us.
Yeah. That's what I mean. I'll say it out loud. Like, just make it a bit easier. If we got to
It's
do this job for
hard.
you, help us
Yeah.
out.
And going back to the rules, so you know how you were talking about the falling angels?
Hmm.
What was
Yeah.
it that created the fallen angels to become fallen angels?
Well, they got cast out of heaven. And the thing with
Why?
the fallen angels, because
Why?
so God sent the fallen angels down here to teach man how to build things, to teach man how to do these things, and but these angels fell in love with the female, with the women of so I think the reason what they fell in love with is humans have emotion. We can show emotion. We have this side to us that AI's like AI doesn't have it. AI has zero emotion. Like you can't feel love from it. It's, it's just AI. A lot of, the ETs and stuff, they don't have emotion. Humans have emotion. That's what makes us human, is our emotional side. And from what I feel is that's what the angels fell in love with the women, is not just, oh, because we can have sex with them, but just that human side to them. And the fallen angels slept with these women, and that's why they got cast out of heaven, because they created something called Nephilim, and the Nephilim that were created from this intercourse between angel and human was not good. And then what they did is they didn't just stop there with the Nephilim. They continued to create human. They were trying to mix man with animal. With that's where you get all those kind of like weird, half man, half horse, half snake, half man, because that's what they were creating, and they were abominations on this planet. And God said that's why God sent the flood, and that's why we have mermaids, because they were able to swim away, because God sent the floods to wipe out all these abominations. He just went, nah. The fallen angels got tied into the middle of the earth. This is where Enoch comes into the picture, who is supposed to be Metatron. Um, he was the. That's what. This is what I. Am I not right? He
Oh
was
no,
like the.
Metatron is an AI to me, so
Yeah,
they,
but this is
yeah.
where he, like, this is who he's supposed to be, was Enoch. And Enoch was the in between the fallen angels and God. And he was the one that was to chain up the fallen angels in the middle of the earth. And then he finished that job, and God took them up into the sky. And that's where we see the chariots of fire and all that kind of stuff. And God loved Enoch, so he made him Metatron. That's the story I've heard. And that's
I
where
don't believe
Metatron,
that.
yeah, that's where
I,
he comes from. He is the human that God loved and made into an angel, and that's we get Enoch into Metatron. But anyway, whether that's true or
yeah,
not, but
yeah.
that's who the
Another here. Yeah.
but that's who the fallen angels are. And I do believe exists, and I do believe the fallen angels were tied up in the middle of the earth, and I believe that that is where hell is, like the real physical hell is where these fallen angels were. And I think that's probably where the lake of fire is. That is what I think. This is what I feel. And that's why you have the Vatican, and the Vatican's built on top of a lot of these like kind of portals and things. They said
Oh,
when Hitler was existent, Hitler was had some tunnel that went down into the middle of the earth, and he had 7 Tibetan monks who used to like do stuff that like was why he was Hitler. Like Hitler wasn't a person, he was an entity. And
oh yeah. Oh
apparently
yeah. He was. Yeah. He was.
he had some tunnel into the middle
Mhm.
of the earth, and I think Russia has a lot of this kind of stuff too that they have
All
access
the
to.
yeah. All the
Yeah.
fallen angels were able to inhabit a human body. They were able to go into a
Yeah.
vessel. They're parasites. They're parasites.
Yeah.
See now, to me, the reason why all of this even started, the reason why we even have fallen angels is because
We have
there was a war.
Nephilim blood. It's because we
There
have
was
DNA.
well, there was a war in heaven
Hmm.
because God's sons, who I believe, is was, not Lucifer. I think Lucifer is just an AI that was created by his sons, Lucerne, and uh they didn't like the rules. They didn't like the rules in heaven. They didn't like God's rules. So
Yeah.
they became obedient. Yeah, so they became disobedient, and that's why this all started because
Yeah.
they wanted to overthrow God,
Yeah. Yeah. And
and
they
that's
and they came down to earth, and they realized that there was a domain that they could rule over, that they could create these things and have power and have, the Nephilim were huge giants. Like the whole like Samson and Goliath story, like that was probably a Nephilim. Like they were big creatures, and that's why they were abominations, because a human is not meant to be so much bigger than, because then they have more power over the smaller humans. And imagine if you had like hundreds of thousands of them, like you don't think they're going to come and try and kill us for that land, and they're big and so yeah, they were abominations. But there's DNA, and there's the fall. That's my opinion, why fallen angels can create and come into human body and do their will and rule over us and all that kind of stuff through human bodies, is because the DNA, so certain families will hold this DNA in their, and those souls can come and transfer through those humans because they hold that particular DNA. And that's why you have, you know, the Nephilim families, and you have all that in the Freemasons, and people are coming out of the woodworks and talking about, how they grew up, and all these bloodlines that, like,
mhm,
are in
mhm.
America, bring their children up a certain way. And so we know it's existent. So I feel like that's why the fallen angels can come and do as will through human body, is because they can come through the bloodlines, and they can transfer,
Mm,
same as like the English family. Like that's why they keep those bloodlines so tight, because it's a
mhm.
certain soul that's going to come through, and they can kind of like, I guess, control it, because that's how they control. You can't control the humans as a spirit. You have to come through a human body to control. Like the humans can't hear the spirit, but they can hear the human body. So yeah,
Yeah, I think they get in
that's
through
what
the
I
mind.
believe.
Yeah, I think they get in through our mind. Well, the bloodline, and I think the way they get on into the ones who don't have the bloodline, like us, um, that's why they created the mind, so they can have mind control.
Yes, exactly. And
Yeah,
then
that's
they say have reptilian DNA, and that's what they kind of like target in the human body, is they target that reptilian DNA that they've put inside all of us. And that's what yeah, yeah.
yeah.
And there's a lot of
It's
those
it
theories there.
It's a lot. Yeah, it's a lot. Well, we've been on live for a little bit over an hour, so we're gonna go ahead and I'm gonna go ahead and end this, and we'll be back. I don't know when is 2 weeks? Do you have a calendar around you? Let me see if I have. Let me get my calendar on my other computer.
Yeah, only on my phone.
I know. I have my
I'm gonna
the
buy
phone
a
right here.
laptop next year so I can
How
like
are you?
my phone while I'm doing this and like show things, play videos, just interact better.
Yeah, no, I get it. Okay, so I want to make sure that we are okay. So today's the 16th, the 15th for you. And why can't I just have like a normal calendar here? I do like I don't like iPhones at all. At all.
I only
I don't
know
know
how
how
to
to
use
use them.
the phone.
I don't know how to use an iPhone at all, so I can't even figure out this calendar. Okay, here we go. Where are we at? We are in December. We are December 15th. So that would be, so 2 weeks from now would be would be December 29th. So that's not going to work because that would be
No.
your guys' New Year's Eve. Yeah.
I feel like we should come back like next year.
Okay, yeah. So how about if we come back, we'll be back on, how about this? We can commit to this. January, my 5th, your 6th.
January 5th. Okay.
No, that'll
Sounds
be your
good.
6th.
I think
Oh,
that's
wait, yeah,
good.
yeah. It'll be my 5th, your 6th. And then, and then we'll come back on when it's a new year, and we'll actually we'll probably be discussing something. That'd be great if we can create that live, with,
Be a lot of fun. And
yeah, let me
Victor, our
see.
purpose on earth is not to suffer.
Well, it feels like it for him. He's in Louisiana, poor guy. He's in a really crappy situation. I mean, he's not in the best area either, I have to say.
No, and his family's a little bit like, not
No,
very nice.
he needs some support. Yeah, he needs some
He
support
does.
for sure. He really does.
But you know
And
what?
I have,
He's done really well. Like his mom
oh yeah,
died and he's taking care of himself. And I bet you like not no one thought he could do it, but he's done it. So
he's
he should be
doing
really
it.
proud of
Yes,
himself.
he's
Hmm.
doing a great job.
Okay, so we come back on the 5th.
Well, wouldn't that
Your
be your
time.
6th?
Yeah. Good idea.
So I guess what we could talk about is there's two subjects. I want to talk about fake 5D.
Hmm.
Um, and then, so that's a subject we'll be talking about next year. And then I also want to talk about healing begins when the real obstruction is removed. Okay.
Hmm.
And when I say that, what I'm talking about is healing happens by not adding something new, maybe by not doing anything, but taking some stuff out of your life. So those are some subjects that I would like to talk about next year. And so when we come back, maybe we'll start with that. Or maybe we'll just start with, let's talk about some goals, like some goals that we want
Okay.
on this program.
Okay.
So thank you guys for showing up and watching this video. And if you want to learn more, please go to my website, elevatedbyclaudine.com. I will put my link right here if I can find it. And you can always go to services. I have an area on my website where you go to services, and you can always hire Anne or myself for some consulting services. So go ahead and do that. And I just put a link right here. And everyone, please have a merry everything. And we'll see you next year. Bye-bye.
See you. Bye.